Well, welcome back to Comstock's channel, accelerating the commercialization of decarbonization. And joining us to give us a high-level overview of the company through the investor deck today, we have Corrado, the CEO, joining as always. First and foremost, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Kyle. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to get back on. So I'm going to hand the reins over to you to walk us through this.
Yeah, thank you. So Comstock is really fundamentally now transformed itself into a clean energy company, right? And we're enabling that clean energy through a series of technologies. We have a lignocellulosic fuels business, we have a recycling of electrification products business, and we have a sustainable mining operation that's really leveraging the most advanced sensing and physics-based AI for mineral discovery. So it's very exciting how we're attacking this thing on these three lines of businesses, if you will. We also have a host of investments shown here to the right that really support, integrate, enable, accelerate all the things that we're doing. And the system has a platform that really allows these dedicated teams, these dedicated businesses, if you will, to not have to be distracted by anything corporate related. So we really feel like we're built for speed, we're built for commercialization. Corporation will perform supporting activities, be it financings, be it investor relations, be it governance, be it marketing, but the businesses are focused on just commercializing their technologies. We have a ridiculously experienced team, senior team across the board, both at the corporate level and running each and every individual businesses. And of course, as an NYSE listed company, we have a fully independent board of directors. Our fuels business is the biggest opportunity. It's a tremendous opportunity. And when we look at the United States alone, we're looking at 230 billion gallons of burn. And in the renewable sector, there's 3 billion going to 6 billion, and they don't have the feedstock for it, Kyle. I mean, the bottom line is that the industry is bottlenecked by its inability to have sufficient feedstock to grow. And they can grow to 6 billion, they can grow to 12 billion, they can grow to 18 billion if they had the feedstock. We deliver that solution because we take a ton of wood, which conventionally has been maybe 50% effective, taking the cellulose from that wood and making alcohols or ethanols, something we're very, very good at. But we crack the code on the other half of the wood, the lignin. This is why we say lignocellulosic fuels. That's where the densest part of the carbon is. We went from doing 45 to 50 gasoline gallon equivalents per ton of wood to now well over 100 gasoline gallon equivalent of wood. And what does it make? It makes ethanol for sure, but that can now become sustainable aviation fuel. It directly makes sustainable aviation fuel. It can make renewable diesel. It can make gasoline. All that adds up to well over 100 gallons per ton. And we are enabling a whole supply chain. So we're looking at residuals from paper mills. We're looking at residuals from lumber mills. We're looking at waste lignin and cellulose from sugarcane mills. So literally taking what other people are not utilizing and or throwing away or underutilizing and turning it into the highest potential renewable fuels. The other aspect of it, besides having the highest yields, which makes for the most robust economic profile, we have by far the lowest carbon intensity scores, which means, corn ethanol's a 30% reduction from petroleum, or an 85% reduction from petroleum. And there's an economic point here, is that a gallon of corn ethanol can yield you over $3 a gallon. We're pushing $6 a gallon simply because the carbon impact is so much lower. So you have lower cost of feedstock, higher revenue, abundance of availability. So right now, we're commercializing everywhere where you see a yellow arrow, be it Europe, be it South America, be it throughout the United States. We're engaged directly into the supply chain with partners to commercialize our technology and start getting this fuel flowing across the world. We didn't stop there, right? We've got a network of innovation that's looking to take 100 gallons of fuel to 120 gallons to 140 gallons, so even though we're the leading yield, the most robust economics, we're not stopping there, and we're working with world-class partners to make it go even further. Our second business is the electrification recycling business. Most people are recycling first lithium-ion batteries. We decided to tackle solar panels. Why did we tackle solar panels? Because there's an abundance of them They have some toxicity and hazardous materials embedded in them, and they're all going to landfills. Literally, 90+% of these solar panels are going to landfills. There's over 100,000 tons coming out of the market, primarily in the southwest region of the United States. That's California, Arizona, Nevada. And we're sitting right on the border of Nevada and California, capturing all these panels in our industry scale facility. We just got an approval yesterday to expand our existing operating facility into industry scale, which we define as up to 100,000 tons per annum from one facility. Now, why build such a big facility if there's only 100,000 tons coming to the market? Because in 5 years, that number is going to be 1 million tons. Exponential growth of end-of-life solar panels that we're going to capture, process, and resell all the material. So we call it a zero landfill solution because we utilize 100% of the materials. We have offtake for the glass. We have offtake for the scrap metals, primarily aluminum, and we have offtake for what we call high-grade ores or fines that are rich with silver and some other minerals, all saleable. We've actually decided to line the border, right, of Nevada, as I mentioned, and really capture all the panels coming from California, all the panels coming from Arizona, and all the panels in Nevada. Remarkably, over 85% of the end-of-life panels in the United States are sitting in these 3 states in the Southwest regions, and the profit profile is tremendous. Over 85% cash profit coming from the system. That's our existing facility. The one sitting in front of it is our industry scale facility. So all on the same campus. We're up and running, as I mentioned. All the materials are coming out. 100% renewable, 100% reusable. It's a tipping fee model. We get paid to take it and provide the environmental service, and then we get paid for reselling the reusable material. What's important is that we have now validated it'll be 100% of those materials. So we've got the facility up and running. It's ready to transition and expand by the permits that we're now getting. And we couldn't be more excited, and the community couldn't be more excited about what they're seeing us do here. Lastly, and very quickly, we still have our legacy mining assets. It's remarkable that we have 12 square miles of mineralized property literally sitting on the Comstock. We are the Comstock lode, hence our name, hence our legacy. But we have a tremendous amount of gold and silver embedded in this 12 square mile position, almost 1 million ounces of gold in all categories and over 8 million ounces of silver. This was exciting to us when gold was, $1,500, $1,700, $1,800 an ounce. But at $2,300 an ounce gold and over $30 an ounce silver, the economics are now showing in hundreds of millions of dollars for just one of our mine plans. So we've already developed and engineered that mine. We're looking at hundreds of millions of dollars of economics coming from it. And as I mentioned in the opening remarks, we're using advanced sensing and geophysics-based AI to expand our mineral discovery. We literally, in November, a subsidiary of ours, an investee of ours, launched one of the most powerful hyperspectral imagers in orbit. It's in orbit now, and it is preparing itself to start scanning the Comstock district and adding that intelligence to the existing intelligence we already have, that we might be able to dramatically expand those mineral resources. So that's the goal, using technology to expand those resources, having high precision data and analytics, ultimately artificial intelligence to do it faster, more powerfully, more effectively, and really break the bottleneck of this industry, which seems to be hitting a wall on new minerals. Last thing I'll say is that portfolio of investments that we talked about, they're very strategic to us. The AI GenMat listed in the left, RenFuel, one of our enablers for our fuel business, in the middle. But the two to the right, we've announced publicly that we're selling, and we're selling for over $60 million, non-core assets, non-strategic assets that will represent cash into our treasury to continue to fund these incredible growth businesses. That's it, really, in a nutshell.
On that note, we'll pass it over to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think. So perhaps we can do an investor Q&A down the road, and consider subscribing, because as news and catalysts come up, we'll bring it to you here as well. But on that, we look forward to catching you in the next one.